Today is Friday, August 8th, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And we got a couple of different fronts that we'll talk about. One in the south that's been there for days with slow-moving showers and thunderstorms. Still some activity with that as we head through the weekend. We got a weak front in the Midwest and a bit of a stronger front in the northern plains. So let's take a look at that weather map. We'll actually start here in the northern plains with a warm front lifting north and a cold front coming in from the west. There's a threat for some strong to even severe thunderstorms here in the northern plains. We're talking mainly across the Dakotas, maybe a sliver there, Wyoming, and getting into portions of maybe extreme northern Nebraska. So we'll keep an eye on this part of the country for some strong or severe weather. Lots of hot temperatures in the middle of the country for the central and southern plains. We got some heavy rain still for the southeast and down the Florida peninsula. Those showers and storms tend to flare up in the afternoon with the daytime heating. And then I think there will be just a couple of isolated storms moving through the Midwest, mainly Michigan, as we head through this afternoon. So a couple of scattered thunderstorms through Michigan, maybe in stretching southeast toward northern Ohio. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot day. Temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90. The humidity not quite as high as we've seen, but it'll be climbing for sure. Low 90s for Cincinnati to Louisville. Same for you in Nashville. Can't rule out an afternoon thunderstorm, but a lot of the time dry. 95 in Memphis, 96 for you in St. Louis. And it is turning hot here in the Midwest in the coming days. Temperatures warming into the low 90s. We'll probably even reach some mid 90s for some as we head toward Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is a pretty extended period of hot weather. So just be ready for it. This is the time where you remember that your pets also need water in cool temperatures. You know, leave the air on for them when you leave the house. Check on the elderly, make sure that they're okay with their air conditioning, you know, that sort of thing. Temperatures in Chicago hot today and tomorrow, and then maybe easing up a little bit as you get a little bit of a breeze off of Lake Michigan. As we move southeast, we're talking mostly 80s here in the southeast. Yeah, the hot weather's back there in the west. So we're in low to mid 80s, but warming here in the coming days. You'll see that with the temperature trend in just a moment. 101 for you in Dallas, right there in the midst of the heat. Near 90 in New Orleans, you know, that's going to feel like 100 to 105 with the humidity, and scattered showers and storms down the Florida peninsula. So this is the warm up I was talking about for the southeast. So, you know, temperatures in the last few days with the showers and storms have not been that hot, but now that we're drying out, we will warm up. In fact, most of next week will probably be 90 or at least close to it. Scattered showers and storms around Fort Lauderdale this morning, drifting away actually as the day goes on. So maybe drying out for the afternoon, and by the evening, a few scattered clouds. That's Fort Lauderdale. So out toward Orlando and Tampa, this moves your way later in the afternoon into the evening from east to west across the state. Temperatures in Fort Lauderdale going to be pretty hot here coming up, up near 90 for the weekend and hovering around 90 right into early next week. All right, that is your Friday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a spectacular weekend, and remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.